Up next, we got a couple more new crankbaits with Jason. You got the MR and the SR cranks. Maybe tell us about the baits, and is the MR and SR really just a different, obviously diving depth? Is there different times of year or locations you'd use the MR or over the SR?
Let me get you guys unmuted here. The MR and the SR are two entirely different baits. I mean, our SR is what you know as a typical square bill crankbait. The MR is going to cause conflict between the shad that Spencer was talking about earlier and this MR. This bait is a phenomenal pre-spawn wintertime bait. As you see, it's going to be about a 6 to 8 foot running bait. I mean, places in the past where you've thrown, and I'm sorry about the noise.
That's okay. We're live. We're zooming.
Hey, can we get that guy a Tackle Warehouse shirt? He was great.
So the MR it's going to be a 6 to 8, maybe a 10 foot running bait. It's going to be a great pre-spawn and a fall bait because it's a lot smaller profile in the fall of the year. I don't care what part of the country you're in the fall of the year, basically every bass in the United States goes towards the shad in the fall of the year because the shad make the migration back into the pockets. The bass follow them. So this is a good profile bait for that. Again, the weight transfer system, this is a small bait. And a lot of times, throwing in the past, you try to throw, like the wiggle wart type baits, that style of bait. It's a really hard bait to throw, especially if there's any wind on a bait caster. With this weight transfer system, this small profile bait, you can still throw it a long way. So it's a great pre-spawn bait. It's a great fall bait. It's the perfect size for that small shad in the fall that those bass are up chasing. Now the SR, again, it's more of, it's your square bill type bait. But if you'll notice, this bait, we've built it wide. It's got a good wide body on it. So the one thing that I would dare you to try to do is get this thing hung. You can bring it through anything basically that you want to throw it to. If the guys that like fishing cypress knees and stuff with a square bill, this is going to be a game changer for you because this thing has a good wide profile, a good wide bill, as you can see, and it just deflects off of everything. But also it comes back to the same thing with a lot of these crankbaits and the stuff that Spencer's talked about earlier. Hardcore has put the finishes. I mean, they've put the time and the effort to get the perfect finishes, the perfect, equipment on them, good hooks, good split rings. But there's not a place in the United States or Canada that you don't throw a square bill at some point in time. I mean, it's a pre-spawn, it's a wintertime, it's a dirty water, it's a spawn bait. I mean, you catch a lot of fish around the spawn on a square bill. In the fall, you catch a lot of fish on it. So this is a brand new bait. It's a brand new body. It's a completely new design square bill bait by Hardcore. And I've had a lot of fun with it. I've seen Spencer even post some pictures of some fish he's caught probably on this very same one, if I remember right. This is a bluegill pattern, but we've got every color pattern that you could imagine covered. So it's just a good all around square bill with every color for every situation, from your chartreuse and blacks to your shad patterns. We even build these. The one thing that a lot of people don't realize that Hardcore does is we build all these baits in a clear pattern as well. So if you've got a certain color that you throw on your lake or your body of water that you can't get, that you end up having to have custom painted, we've got these baits in a clear body. So you can buy the clear body and paint them whatever color you want. But just the MR, the SR, again, it's all brand new line from Hardcore, but these are good, solid baits for spring, fall, this one for any time of the year. So, man, I'm really excited about this whole new lineup of stuff. But as a cranking guy, I couldn't be happier with what Hardcore's gave us already.
I've said a few times on the show, like I said, I'm a big fan of cranking, really excited to check those out. And cool looking quality baits, but like I said, for $9.99, excellent price for really quality bait. And again, you can pre-order those right now yourself.